Are you still in the friend zone? We're going to continue that very interesting discussion. I think a lot of light bulbs going off across the country right now. So Zoe, being one of my closest mates on the show, I thought I'd make you some breakfast this morning.
Oh, yeah, and I believe barley is one of Ewan's favorites. So.
Yeah, man. Well, it's hearty. We've pre-cooked some barley here, but Mondays are all about those frugal feasts, about using things that we might have left over from the weekend. And if you do have some barley, don't throw out, because often when you make it and you kind of pre-cook it, then you have a lot left over that you don't use in a salad or something like that, or if you've sweetened it up. Don't throw it out. We're going to make some breakfast.
I'm very intrigued to see how you're going to incorporate this with breakfast, because if I think barley, I think of a lunch meal, a dinner, in fact.
Well, the thing is, it goes so well with the yolk, so you want to make sure you have a soft egg, but that's going in just now. So I've got some lovely brown mushrooms here that we've chopped up, and don't be shy, I like big chunky pieces of mushroom, but you can go, again, if you've got leftover mushroom from a dish that you're cooking, and when you chop them up, it takes a lot less time to saute them. I was sauteing some onion in there, which I've chopped up finely to go with the barley as well. Okay. So we're just going to let that kind of saute through just a little bit. Then I have pre-cooked the barley, which you can boil it, and it's because you want it nice and soft when you put it in here. You don't want to kind of cook it for too long, so I'm going to just hoy that through. And the nice thing here is you don't want it to take a huge amount of time. You want it to come together quite quickly so you can have yourself set. So it's going to be nice and hearty, and this has got earthy kind of flavor tones to it.
And this is going to be one of those meals where it's one of those meals that will keep you full for longer.
Yeah,
I feel like you'll get a lot out of this one.
And we're all about the low GI here, especially with a breakfast. You want to make sure that when you are digesting something, certainly from that first meal of the day, that you're getting as much nutrients out of it. And when something burns up really quickly in your body, you're not getting the nutrients out of it. So we're going to let these kind of cook through.
I'm very intrigued to see the direction this is going, because it smells amazing. You can get that barley fragrance, but more so the mushrooms coming through.
Yeah, I just want them to kind of soften up nicely there. It is starting to smell absolutely amazing. And then you'll see our hero here. Now, what I love doing is when you switch it up, when you're having a breakfast, if you've got something like a yolk flavor, you want to complement that or kind of bring the best out in it. And the thing is, we're getting quite special here. We've brought our Amazi full cream. Now, it's almost like a buttermilk, something like that. Just a drop to soften up the mixture, because this can be a little bit dry. So just a little bit. So I'm going to use like maybe
just a little dollop.
Like 2 tablespoons. You can pop that out of the way. We're going to mix that through.
Now, our keyword for this morning is breakfast. If you'd love to have this barley breakfast recipe sent directly to your phone, that link, our keyword this morning is breakfast. That number is 33728.
Okay, then we're going to do.
That looks amazing. Can I give you the bowl?
Yeah, please.
There you go.
Just going to spoon some of that in there.
Oh, look at those mushrooms. I love the pop of red also coming through from the tomato.
And you can smell that, like that earthiness. This is something that's rustic, but it certainly doesn't skimp on the flavor. Make sure that we've got a little bit of everything in there.
There we go.
And then, just to round it off, we've got our egg. And make sure that you don't overdo it, because you really want the yolk to break in and mix with those flavors. Look at that. It's amazing. It's healthy. It packs a punch on the flavor side.
That looks incredible. Just once more, our keyword for this morning is breakfast. If you'd love to have this barley breakfast recipe sent directly to your phone, SMS breakfast to 33728. Well done.
Oh, absolutely beautiful. No, I don't have utensils to eat it. I'm going to have to use my giant
I'll find some.
No worries.
I'll find some.
Give it to me.